We're starting a new series called Healthy Salad Recipes, and we're kicking it off today with our vegan chopped salad. It's big, it's beautiful, and you're gonna love it. Today on Plant-Based Dads. Roll the intro. Welcome back to another episode of Plant-Based Dads. I'm Joey. Today we have one of my favorite salads, the chopped salad. This specific salad is one that's pretty famous here in the Phoenix, Scottsdale area in Arizona. There's a restaurant called Cowboy Ciao in Old Town Scottsdale. They have this salad called the Stetson Salad. The Stetson Salad is a bunch of fresh ingredients with salmon on it, and they have a vegetarian version where they substitute the salmon for avocado. So we are doing that. But we're gonna change the other ingredients, the buttermilk, the mayonnaise, the basil pesto. We're gonna change those to whole food plant-based ingredients. So the whole thing is gonna be whole food plant-based. This salad is a really hearty meal for two people. And to me, it's like a reward for all the time you put into making it. So let's get started and I'll show you how it's done. All right, the first thing we're gonna do is make our dressing. This little jar is my own basil pesto recipe. The reason I make my own is I don't want oil in this recipe. You can absolutely use jarred basil pesto. Just check to make sure it doesn't have Parmesan cheese in it. And I'll put the recipe that I use in the link below. Now we're gonna attempt to make this in the Vitamix dressing attachment here. I don't know what to expect. I've never used this little one before. You've seen me use the bigger ones. This is made for like smaller dressings. I think we'll be able to get it in here, but this is the first time I'm using this attachment, so let's see what happens. All right, so we've got our 1/4 cup of basil pesto. Now we need a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise. All right, same story. You can absolutely use vegan mayonnaise for this. I'm not going to do that because mayonnaise is made with oil. This is a cashew-based mayonnaise. So I'll leave this recipe in the notes below the video. All right, so the next ingredient is going to be a tablespoon of shallot. You don't have to chop them really fine because it's going to be blended up. So I just got a tablespoon of roughly chopped shallots. All right, so I can already tell this is not going to work. I'm going to switch this to the bigger blender here. All right, now that we have our blender issues resolved, the next ingredient on this is going to be a 1/2 cup of buttermilk. I just took some almond milk, a 1/2 cup of it, and put in a 1/2 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Kind of mixed it up a little bit and just let it start doing its thing, right? Letting it start curdling. That's vegan buttermilk, okay? And I'm gonna put in the juice of 1 lemon. I've told you guys this before. I juice all my lemons at once. I throw them in ice cube trays. I throw them in the freezer, let them freeze, and I take them out, take the cubes out, throw them all in like a reusable Ziploc bag type of thing, and leave it in the freezer. When I need one, take the cube out, throw it in here, throw it in the microwave, I've got lemon juice. So we've got the juice of 1 lemon right here. Now we're gonna add a little salt and pepper. I'm not sure how much to add because it's really not dressing just yet. So I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit in, and we can always taste it after it's all mixed up. You can probably leave the salt out. I'm just gonna sprinkle a little bit in. Got some sea salt here I'm using. All right, so I think at this point, I wanna blend this all together, and then I'll get a taste to see if I need more pepper. All right guys, it's done blending, and it's looking really good here. All right, should be a nice pourable consistency, but not too thin. All right, you can see it's a little thick, which is exactly what we want here. Pour some of it out there so you can see. All right, so dressing, done, right? All right, we're ready to make this salad. This salad, when you get it in the restaurant, it's all about the presentation. It comes in rows of ingredients, and then they kind of mix it all together right there at your table, and then they serve it to you. So that's how we're gonna do it. Get yourself a nice big round bowl, okay? And then we're just gonna start layering the ingredients in. It doesn't really matter what you start with, but the very first ingredient we're gonna put in is our avocado. This is a whole avocado diced up, right? I'm just gonna lay it in here and just kind of put it all in a row here, okay? Because we're gonna put each one of these things in its own little row. So you got a whole avocado right there. Next, we're gonna put in 1 cup of cooked quinoa. Now, in the restaurant, they use Israeli couscous, all right? You can absolutely use couscous for this. That's how I've always eaten it. We're gonna try it with the quinoa here. But if we put the couscous in, couscous is made from wheat flour, right? And it wouldn't be gluten-free. I'm not intolerant to gluten, but I really don't eat it. I try and keep it out of my life because it has so many bad. I saw this movie, What's with Wheat? Every time I say the name of this movie, I get tongue-tied. What's with Wheat? You know that you love watching those movies on Netflix. What's with Wheat talks about how everyone is gluten intolerant. Now, we just don't always know it because sometimes we're so used to it. So because of that, I'm not using the Israeli couscous. I'm using the quinoa, all right? All right, so after the quinoa, we're gonna put in 1 cup of chopped arugula. Now, it's important that when you put the arugula in, it is all chopped up into pieces because this salad all gets mixed together. And if the arugula is really leafy, it just kind of stands out, all right? So we're gonna put our arugula right here next to the quinoa. You can start seeing it's really starting to look like a nice salad there with some great colors, all right? Then we're gonna put in half a cup of dried corn. When it comes to stuff like dried corn, I keep those in my little bulk bins that I keep. This is where I keep like, you know, my buckwheat and all my grains and this kind of stuff. And then I just, when I need it, I just scoop it out and it's done, right? For me, it's just cheaper to buy it that way from the store. All right, so we're gonna put in our corn right here. And we still got a lot of stuff to get in here, so I wanna make room for all this, all right? It's looking pretty good, right? Next, we're gonna put in 1/2 a cup of diced tomatoes. Right in on the side here. All right, looks really nice, right? Well, we're out of room, but we're not out of ingredients. 1/4 cup of toasted pepitas. And pepitas is a fun word to say, but all you're really putting in is toasted pumpkin seeds, and that's what these are. So I've got my 1/4 cup measure here. What I'm gonna do with these is, since I've already taken all my room here, I'm just gonna lay them on the front or the back, okay? Right along the edge here, all right? All right. All right, so there is one more ingredient we need to get on here. 1/4 cup of currants. Now, currants, whatever you wanna call them, they're just little raisins. I'm just gonna put these right in the front on the opposite side of the pepitas, right? Here you go. All right. So now we've got a beautiful display of colors. We've got the avocado, we've got the quinoa, we've got the arugula, we've got the corn, we've got the tomatoes, the pepitas, love saying that, and the currant. Let's put our dressing right here. And there you have it, guys. This is an absolutely beautiful chopped salad that's vegan and whole food plant-based. I don't know about you, but I'm ready to dig in. Let's give it a taste and see what we've got. All right, guys, this looks so good. I can't wait to try it. In the restaurant at Cowboy Ciao, where they sell this salad, this is kind of how they serve it. It's all in pieces like this, and then they would come to your table and then kind of mix it all up and put it in your bowl. So that's what we're gonna do here. Let's pour our dressing over it. And then I'm just gonna take 2 spoons and mix it up. Looks so good. It's a lot happening in this salad. Oh, look at that coming together. That looks delicious. Look at that, guys. That looks amazing. All of those colors, all of that flavor, all mixed together now. I can't wait to try this out. All right, it's time for the fork, and let's dig in. Wow. So good. If I hadn't had this dressing in my mind, I would pair this with like a cilantro lime dressing, right? I would never have thought to put pesto in here, but the pesto kind of just brings it all together. One of the best things about this salad is all the different textures. You've got the chewiness of the currant, you've got the dryness of the corn, right? You've got the peppery taste of the arugula, the avocado, the softness of that, the pepitas. The whole thing just works so well together. I absolutely recommend that you make this salad. You know what this salad really goes well with? Berkey water. All right, guys, so there you have it. My favorite vegan chopped salad. If you like this video, what's not to like? Hit the like button and show me some love. Please leave a comment below. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Have you ever been to this restaurant, Cowboy Ciao? Have you had the salad? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Let me know what you think. Please, if you haven't subscribed yet, click on that subscribe button right now. As soon as you click on it, a little bell will appear. Click on that little bell and some little lines around it will appear. That'll let you know that you're going to get notified every time I have a new video up, which is usually every Friday. So that's a wrap. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.